In the heart of New York City, where the streets pulsed with the rhythm of hurried footsteps and honking taxis, Alex Harper stood at the edge of a crowded crosswalk. The autumn wind whipped through his dark hair, carrying the scent of roasted chestnuts from a nearby vendor. He was late for a meeting, as always, his mind cluttered with deadlines and the remnants of a failed relationship that had left him cynical about love. At 28, Alex had built a successful career as a graphic designer, but his personal life was a canvas of unfinished sketches, a promising starts that faded into nothing. Across the street, Jamie Rivera waited for the light to change, her arms wrapped around a stack of books from the library. She was 26. A budding novelist who poured her dreams into pages but struggled to find them in reality. Her last breakup had been messy, a storm of accusations and tears that made her vote to focus on her writing instead of fleeting romances. Yet, deep down, she yearned for a connection that felt real, like the ones she crafted in her stories. The light turned green, and the crowd surged forward. Alex stepped off the curb, his eyes glued to his phone, scrolling through emails. Jamie did the same, lost in thoughts of her latest plot twist. In the middle of the intersection, amidst the chaos, their paths collided literally. Alex's shoulder bumped into Jamie's, sending her books tumbling to the ground. "Oh, I'm so sorry," Alex exclaimed, bending down to help gather them. As he handed her a worn copy of Pride and Prejudice, their eyes met for the first time. Time seemed to slow. His hazel eyes locked onto her deep brown ones, and in that instant, something shifted. It was as if the city's noise faded, leaving only the beat of their hearts in sync. A spark ignited, invisible yet palpable, connecting them in a way neither could explain. Jamie felt a warmth spread through her chest, her cheeks flashing. "No, it's my fault. I wasn't watching where I was going." She smiled, and Alex found himself smiling back, genuinely, for the first time in months. "I'm Alex," he said, extending a hand. "Jamie," she replied, her hand fitting perfectly in his. The touch lingered a second too long, sending a jolt up her arm. They parted ways that day, but the encounter lingered like a half-written chapter. Alex couldn't shake the image of her eyes, so full of depth and mystery. Jamie replayed the moment in her mind, weaving it into her novel as inspiration. Fate, however, wasn't done with them. 2 days later, Alex entered his favorite coffee shop, the aroma of fresh brews grounding him. He ordered his usual black coffee and turned to find a seat only to spot Jamie at a corner table, typing furiously on her laptop. His heart skipped. Was this coincidence or something more? Approaching cautiously, he said, "Fancy meeting you here. Mind if I join?" Jamie's eyes widened in surprise, then delight. "Alex? Of all places. Please, sit." What started as awkward small talk blossomed into hours of conversation. They shared stories of their lives, Alex's passion for art that stemmed from a childhood spent trying to escape his parents' divorce, Jamie's love for words born from reading to her ailing grandmother. They laughed over shared quirks, like their mutual disdain for pineapple on pizza, and bonded over dreams of traveling the world. By the time the shop closed, they exchanged numbers, promising to meet again. Their first date was magical. Alex took Jamie to an art gallery opening, where they wandered hand in hand, critiquing paintings and stealing glances. Under the soft glow of spotlights, he leaned in for their first kiss at a gentle, tentative brush of lips that exploded into passion. Hearts connected, indeed. As weeks turned into months, their relationship deepened. Alex introduced Jamie to his world of vibrant colors and late-night sketches, often drawing her portrait while she wrote. Jamie shared her manuscripts, letting him be the first to read her vulnerable words. They explored the city together, picnics in Central Park, midnight walks along the Brooklyn Bridge, stolen moments in cozy bookstores. Love enveloped them like a warm blanket, shielding them from the outside world. But drama lurked in the shadows. Alex's ex-girlfriend, Sophia, reappeared one evening at a work event. Tall, elegant, and manipulative, she cornered him with tears in her eyes. "I made a mistake, Alex. I still love you." Her words were a dagger, stirring old wounds. Alex brushed her off, but the encounter planted seeds of doubt. He didn't tell Jamie, fearing it would complicate things. Meanwhile, Jamie faced her own turmoil. Her publisher rejected her latest manuscript, calling it too predictable. Devastated, she withdrew, burying herself in revisions. Her family, traditional and protective, disapproved of Alex from the start. "He's not from our culture," her mother warned during a tense dinner. "What if he's just a phase?" Jamie defended him fiercely, but the pressure mounted. One stormy night, the cracks began to show. Alex arrived at Jamie's apartment soaked from the rain, his mind heavy with Sophia's persistent texts. Jamie, exhausted from another rejection email, snapped at him over a minor disagreement about plans for the weekend. "Why can't you just commit to something simple?" she accused, her voice rising. "Because I'm dealing with my own crap, Jamie. Not everything revolves around your writing." He shot back, regretting it instantly. The argument escalated, words flying like thunderbolts. Jamie revealed her family's doubts. Alex confessed about Sophia. Hurt and betrayal filled the room. "If you can't be honest, what's the point?" Jamie cried, tears streaming. Alex stormed out into the rain, his heart shattering. Days passed in silence, each agonizing over the fight. Alex threw himself into work, sketching furious lines that mirrored his turmoil. Jamie stared at blank pages, her inspiration dried up. Fate intervened again. At a literary festival, Jamie was scheduled to read an excerpt from her revised novel inspired by their meeting. As she stepped on stage, nerves fluttering, she spotted Alex in the audience. His eyes met hers once more, filled with regret and longing. Her reading was poignant, weaving their story into fiction, two strangers whose eyes met, hearts connected, only to be torn apart by life storms. The crowd applauded, but Jamie's gaze never left Alex. After, he approached, flowers in hand. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "I was scared. But I can't lose you." Tears welled in her eyes. "Me too. Let's start over." They reconciled under the festival lights, promising transparency. But drama wasn't finished. Sophia, obsessed, leaked private messages to Alex's boss, framing him as unprofessional. He lost a major client, spiraling into self-doubt. Jamie stood by him, encouraging him to fight back. In a bold move, Alex confronted Sophia, recording her admission of sabotage. With evidence, he cleared his name and pressed charges. The ordeal strengthened their bond, teaching them resilience. Yet, greater trials awaited. Jamie's grandmother fell ill, requiring constant care. Jamie moved back home temporarily, straining their relationship with distance. Phone calls and video chats kept the flame alive, but loneliness crept in. During a visit, Alex proposed a road trip to clear their minds. They drove up the coast, windows down, music blaring. At a scenic overlook, as the sun dipped into the ocean, Alex got down on one knee. "Jamie, from the moment our eyes met, I knew you were my forever. Will you marry me?" Overjoyed, she said yes, their kiss sealing the promise amid crashing waves. Wedding plans brought joy, but family opposition intensified. Jamie's parents boycotted, citing cultural differences. Heartbroken, Jamie considered calling it off. On the eve of the wedding, Alex arranged a surprise meeting. He spoke to her parents, sharing how Jamie had healed his broken heart, how their love transcended backgrounds. Touched, they relented, attending the ceremony. The wedding was a dream, vows exchanged under a canopy of stars, eyes meeting in eternal connection. But tragedy struck on their honeymoon. A car accident in the Italian countryside left Alex with a broken leg and Jamie with minor injuries, but the scare was profound. In the hospital, holding hands, they reflected on their journey. "We've faced so much, Jamie said. But our hearts stayed connected. Alex nodded. And they always will. Years later, with 2 children and successful career, saw Alex running his own design firm, Jamie a best-selling author. They looked back on that fateful crosswalk meeting. Their story became legend among friends, a testament to love's enduring power. Through every dramatic twist, their eyes had met, and hearts remained connected, proving that true love conquers all.